they just lost their first battle on the enemy soil. So France stopped building all these excess supplies to go to war with the Union. They stopped.
See if I can find a Baco.
Look
Look at that, a Baco. Bam,
They weren't
bam.
going to help anymore.
What was the America's first World War?
Not World War I.
It was called the 7 Years' War in Europe. The French Indian War. You know, the Spaniards actually helped us in the French Indian War. They owned New Orleans until the French had it, and then they gave it back. But they actually took care of the British in the Caribbean with their warships.
I need a
And
baton.
kept British warships from coming up. Everything.
Tennessee.
Which was kind of odd because after New Orleans, he went down and he killed most of the.
Well, that's why it was Jackson.
he did some questionable things.
That's what he did.
Yeah, he did some questionable
Well,
things.
he took Augustine from the French. I mean, from the Spanish. He just went in without even, and then he fought the Creek. He fought the Creek, Red Sticks, the Creek, and a Cherokee Indian took a bullet for him until he did the first, removal. And the guy said, "I should have never took that bullet." Because my ancestors, the Choctaw were removed to Oklahoma.
Jackson did do one thing that no other U.S. president has ever done. He removed our nation's debt.
That's correct. He the bank. He made the national federalized banking system or something like that.
Yeah. And it after that it just deteriorated, and that's all we got.
Yeah, he was born in March like me.
Well, he did some questionable things, and he did some good things.
But you see, the thing is that the guy when he was a young man, he was hit across the face with a British saber officer slashed him, and the I think it was the Cherokee killed his family.
Yep.
So he harbored a grudge against the native people and the British.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was at his house. I visited his house, in Tennessee, and I was on the Trail of Tears.
His house is like.
I told you he was old.
I'm from Australia, and we're mostly British descent, and we hate the British.
Well, that's America for
What's that, the privies down there?
Have you ever heard of
my
Gallipoli?
favorite around the corner.
Yeah.
Unless you got to do it,
Heard about it, don't know where it is or anything.
In
I
Turkey.
tried not to do that because I did it yesterday.
The British used the Australians, the New Zealanders, and the Canadians as cannon fodder, so they could go around the back, and they just said, okay.
You know who else
you're
told me that?
expendable.
I played in a Scottish bagpipe band. I played snare drum, right?
Yeah.
And our drum major he was Scottish, he was in the Scottish Army. And he said the English have been killing Scots. He said, you know how they kill them? He said, I said, no. He said, they put them in the front lines of every battle.
That's exactly right.
That's right. And did you know that during World War II, the Japanese invaded Alaska?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. The Aleutian Islands, too. The
Yeah,
Aleutian Islands.
that was a big secret. FDR
Did
was
you
like,
know
knock it
during
out.
World War I there were American troops that fought the Bolsheviks in Siberia?
No, I didn't know.
They're called the Polar Bears. If you ever look it up, they're a infantry unit. I saw them. I think they're the 28th. And there were Chinese there. There were French there. They all tried to stop the Bolsheviks. They were fighting with the White Army.
Yep.
And they were there for maybe, I think, 2 years at the most. In Archangel and Vladivostok and all. It's really, if you find the book, I have it.
Yeah.
It's called, if your dad and I hook up for backpack or whatever, I'll leave it to you and read. It's called the Polar Bear.
Okay.
Okay?
You're gonna hook up with somebody behind my back.
I'm not going behind your back. I'm saying, I asked him, I said, you want to go? He even asked me if we wanted to go hike that trail, the Laurel Trail.
Oh yeah.
Islands.
Laurel High, but he's going in June, and I can't go for a week.
June.
It's going to be hot.
Somebody sit Pat.
That's my...
Leave it here.
Well,
He's not going to easy to hand it to you.
Yeah.
And you'd be surprised how ignorant people are of history.
Yeah.
And because they're ignorant of it and they don't like the way it went, they want to change it.
What you got?
That's why it's never taught about how the Japanese invaded Alaska. One of the camps, the prison camps.
I don't know. MSR made a jet boil.
They
They don't.
cleared out.
Isn't that what that is?
That's the wind burner, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And they got that big.
What's different about it?
He said just about everything.
Well, the reactor, this one here,
Yeah, I see.
this one
what's
boils
different.
water quicker,
He did.
It's the same
but
thing.
that one is, no, it's better in the wind. does better in windy conditions. You don't need a windscreen. They say you don't need one in this. I've never had a problem, but some people like the wind burner. You know, and then it's got a different pot system.
I
You know,
hate gadgets. I can't. I'm a kid guy. Keep it simple, stupid. Yeah, I can't stand it.
Gotcha.
This guy, I taught him most of all his back when he was young, right? And he became a gearhead.
you notice my head is turned the other way.
Yeah,
Right?
he became a gearhead.
I fought in your general
Your direction.
direction.
You crazy English!
May the fleas of 1,000
That is such a funny
camels
movie.
rest in your
That's
armpits.
a great movie. Old woman. I'm not an old woman. We're a collective. Something we meet every Monday or something like that. I forget how it went. That time, Monty Python and the Holy Grail. It's so funny.
I have a lighter, ma'am.
Just light it for her, will you? That's what I was going to do next. There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I have lighted too.
All this
I don't-
newly fangled stuff.
We used to cook when the Coleman stoves came out. We cooked with the old Coleman stoves.
Yeah, and they would leak.
They would leak.
They were the first gas, liquid fuel stoves,
For us.
and they leaked.
For
They
in
would
the
leak
United
while
States.
you-
Yeah,
Right, for us.
You had the Svay.
You had the Svay and the Optimus and all that, but-
that like pushing like rocket fuel, you know.
Yeah.
You had to heat up the bar with a paste and all.
Right.
It was
Preheating
it
paste.
Preheat.
That's the pad I had.
Okay.
It's a lot narrower.
It's different, yeah. Yeah, I think each size has its own shape.
Extra wide, extra long.
That's what this one is, I think.
Gotcha. Okay, extra wide. Extra
I don't think it's
long.
extra long, though. I think this is just a
Got
long.
a narrow like that, so it's actually an X term. But
I have a Boy
wake
Scout.
up.
Yeah, I have an X-Therm.
I wake
That's
up like
the
the
official
back,
Boy
the
Scout,
mummy
man.
size, but
Therm
sometimes I
arrest.
wake up and it's not underneath of me.
It worked.
Really?
It's off to the side.
I've never
of me.
had that
I
problem.
roll off of it.
Yeah.
See, I have.
They
I
do
have
work in the winter. The X-Therms, they're a lot different than
I
that.
have the extra large, extra long 50 pounds.
Yeah.
I woke up cold a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
Very cold.
I have a climate.
That's
And-
what I just got.
It's the Static V Lux. It's. I mean, it's as wide as that hammock is.
Gotcha.
And
I don't know.
it's insulated, so I don't need an underquilt with that, even in the wintertime.
Right.
Oh, Dr. Bronner's.
It works great. And because I
Is that
roll
peppermint?
around, I
Yes.
arms this way,
I've
legs
tried
over
the
there.
hemp. Was it the
I sleep like a
don't
little
like it.
kid.
I don't like it either. So I don't like anything. I tried
And
them all.
that I
don't
stay
like
under
the
that.
peppermint. That
Gotcha.
works the best.
Yeah, I roll around.
I still have it at home. I shower with it now. It's concentrated. It's Castile soap.
Yeah.
It's great, man. It's great stuff.
Yeah, that one's built like a jet boil. That's pretty cool.
Well, at first I thought it
haven't
was,
seen-
but
Is
once
that
I
the Korean?
seen,
Is that the Korean one?
I don't know.
once I seen it,
That's
had a
an
burner
MSR.
like
Is that
yours.
MSR?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, it's in the dark.
Once I
Because
seen
the
it had a
Koreans
burner
make
like
one
yours,
now.
I seen okay, it's
Right.
better.
They work
What's the
different.
brand?
Mine's got like a
Cobia.
radiant heat,
Okay.
and his is a little different.
KOVEA.
As a matter of
How
fact,
you like it?
that one right there is brand new. That
Is the other one
reactor,
with the tube?
Is it?
yeah, because my other one,
Container inside,
it,
pour out of
it was going funky on me. It wouldn't light all the way. It just stayed blue, the flame.
Yeah.
So I sent it back, and I know I must have had it 6 years. Sent it back. They sent me a brand new one,
No kidding.
brand spanking new. That's how you know you're dealing with good companies. They stand by their products.
I got a Kelty tarp.
No questions asked.
If you're a real,
It wasn't
I'm not.
4 months old.
But the
It
thing about
ripped.
this is,
Where one of the seams was.
I
I sent it back to them. They said, yeah, we can fix
I know,
it.
It's cheap.
Send it to us. So I sent
Right.
it to them. I had to pay to send it to
I
them.
went
Uh-oh.
Stokos this time.
I send it to them. They have it for 3 months. I start emailing them what's going on. Oh,
What company is this?
Peanut butter
Kelty.
and
I
stuff.
had
Healthy.
peanut butter on a
Mm.
wrap with
so
honey,
I say,
and
Not
then
the
I
best
just a
companies,
bunch
but
of,
whoa.
they're
Nuts and
okay.
stuff.
I
yeah.
You never did get it back?
Raisins,
No.
whatever.
After I've emailed them 3 months
Yeah,
later,
Mhm.
cashew.
they messaged me and said somebody should have reached
I gotta
out
think
to
of- I
you.
gotta
We
pack
can't
up.
fix
Thanks. I
it.
gotta go.
I said, okay, well, where is it? We're not sure. 3 days later, I got it back. So I called and I said,
The
"Look,
original one?
the same one."
They
that
didn't
was-
replace it, huh?
Yeah. So
That's not right.
I called back and I said, well, you know, first you guys told me if you could fix it, and if you couldn't, you would replace it.
Is that tenting area pretty crowded over there?
Yeah. I said, you guys sent me the same one.
And what was it? A tent?
It was a Noah 12 tarp.
Tarp.
Yeah,
Okay.
big
Right.
So the guy says, oh, I'm sorry. The best I can do is give you 50% off if you order it from our website.
Which is like 20% higher than everybody else,
Either
right?
way, exactly.
Go back up to the
trees
trail
that way, where's up there?
Yeah.
Did you do it?
No.
No.
No, I have a lifetime credit.
Yeah, some companies are funky, MSR, they've never done me wrong.
Yeah.
I have a lot of their gear.
Well, that's the same with, yeah, I think it is. The Hubba Hubba tent. Who makes that?
MSR, I got one. MSR. Mountain Safety Research.
I was watching a YouTube video. These guys in like England or something, and this guy had a Chinese Nature Hike Cloud 2 tent. It's a $100 tent with the footprint. The other guy had the Hubba Hubba
Right.
with the footprint and all that. They were in a really bad windstorm.
Mm-hmm.
The Hubba Hubbas, the poles were bent.
Right, yeah.
And the Nature Hike tent, there wasn't nothing wrong with it.
Really?
Yeah.
Very good.
But the guy called MSR, and the next day he's had a new tent.
Yeah, see, that's a good
thing.
company. If you get 40-mile-an-hour winds, it's going to wreak havoc with any tent.
Of course.
That's the reason why I sent that Tiger Wall back from Big Agnes.
Yeah.
It couldn't stand the wind at all.
Right.
So I sent it back.
That's the thing. It's like, okay, yeah, that tent withstood it, but if something does happen to it, you're out $100.
That's
You
right.
know what the quintessential tent is? There's a lot of different tents on the Appalachian Trail.
From Eureka a long time
Copper
ago.
Spur UL2.
I have
Big
one.
Agnes.
I got one.
Two-person tent. That's the number
Yeah.
one tent. And I had it last year, and I replaced it with a Hubba Hubba carbon reflex.
Right.
Which weighs 1 pound, 8 ounces.
Really?
I can put it up in the air.
The whole tent?
The whole tent.
Wow.
That's your next tent.
That's pretty good. Because, I couldn't afford it. They're like $400. So,
I got it on a sale for 300.
yeah.
Yeah.
I bought the Big Agnes Copper Spur UL2, and it's done. This is its second trip. It's done well. It's a good tent.
I used it on the AT for 800 miles last year.
Yeah.
I did it
Did all right, at least a little bit.
Right. Well, in order to make them light, they got to use light materials. Really light materials, and you can only go so light before it starts breaking on you. So
I heard a lot of people returning
Yeah.
from the Z-Pack tent.
Big Agnes is a pretty good company.
Cuban fiber or whatever they're calling it now. Is that true?
It's Dyneema, but it's also called Cuban fiber.
Right.
Do you see a lot of them?
I see some of them on the trail. They're real expensive.
Oh yeah.
$700.
See, here's the deal. They're $700, but then you've also got to get a bug insert,
A bug net.
a bug net
Yeah.
insert. Yeah, and that's another $200 or $300,
Mhm.
$200, something like that. I don't even know how much.
Yeah,
it is.
Cuban fiber is expensive.
So you end up carrying a bug thing, and then you put it up with a pole. You take a trucking pole and you put it up there with that, and it's fine. But it's just light. But the way I'm going is pretty light.
Right, yeah.
What's that?
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah, no, no, yeah.
No, I
Yeah,
agree with
yeah,
what you're
no.
saying.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but
Right.
no. Yeah.
But, right, yeah, I get you. No, right. No
Are
mean?
you filming?
No mean?
Are you filming?
I am. I'm filming.
Is that what that red light means?
Yep.
I thought your brain was going to burst.
Yeah.
Really?
You don't see the smoke
Yeah.
coming from it?
I can cut you out if you want. Really? No. Really?
Yeah.
Yeah?
No.
Okay.
No, really good. Right now, I could give a crap what we're doing.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
No.
I have a YouTube channel. I put
He likes
videos
it,
up.
like the banter.
Yeah, the banter. I tell you, there's some people that cannot do this. And I've had quite a few guys say to me, you know, Doug, I live vicariously through you. So, you know, it kind of makes me
Guy
feel
out
better.
here, he's about a week ahead of here.
Yeah.
Hiking the AT. He's got a YouTube channel too. He's called Underdog.
Ah,
Underdog on the trail.
really?
Yeah, he's got his own YouTube channel.
Really? No. Really? Yeah.
Are you sure?
Are you sure?
When they stole my SF F fighting knife with my name and all everything on.
The commemorative one?
Commemorative one. They stole a gaucho knife that was all sterling. It had like sterling silver.
Was it by the Marx Brothers?
Yeah, it was a gaucho knife, right? Yeah. He used to trim his mustache with it, even though he painted it on. Anyway, he did. So you know, it was like a lost hope. You know, I wasn't going in pawn shop. It just gone. I had a feeling. My stomach just felt like through my asshole.
Believe
Okay.
me, I know.
You know what I mean?
My thing is, I can't physically just go buy them knives.
Absolutely, I know, because they're special knives. I mean, they're specially
And they're
made,
expensive.
They're expensive, and you know whatever.
Well, not just that. Like, if I didn't have the Brock knife to trade, I wouldn't have been. You know what I mean? Been able to afford to get the Infinity, and I don't have the money to buy an Infinity and a sheath. The Benchmade that was given to me. I can't go out and spend $200 on a fixed blade or a knife. It would take me a year to be able to do that without suffering one way.
Yeah.
Or another.
One way.
Oh, another.
I'm gonna get
you. I'm gonna get you one way. Oh, another.
Do you do this in Boy Scouts?
Yeah.
They teach this kind of stuff?
Yeah.
Good.
Part of scout.
Mm-hmm.
Fire building.
You want me to do this one again?
We're going to redo this. Because I had the cap on it, remember?
Yeah, so don't worry about doing this one.
Yeah, not yet. We'll do them both.
No, I mean using it.
All right, so I'll show you this kit that I use to sharpen knives in the field, right? And this is all it is, right? You don't have to bring anything else out. This works. Get everything.
What's that?
So you got 3 different stropping compounds,
Okay.
right?
You can hear it because you actually have to
White, black, and blue, right? So I use black a lot. It gives you a decent edge without having to fight too much, right? If you want a finer edge, you can use white and blue too, right? So and all you do is I carry a piece of leather in here, right? You put the compound on the leather, just scrape it on there. And this is basically like really fine sand in a wax compound, right? And you strop your knife. After you're done using your knife, feather sticking, whatever you're doing with it, right? And then you strop it. And if you do this every time, strop your knife when you're finished, you won't have to use a sharpening stone.
Yeah.
I have one in here just in case.
Yeah.
But
We got a couple.
yeah, I usually don't use it because I strop every time I'm done doing something. Ceramic on this side, and diamonds, fine diamonds on this side. This will re-edge your knife. This will put a better edge on it if it needs it. But usually I don't use it.
I use a soft and a medium stone and a ceramic. I have my kit right here
The kit.
with my matches and my cotton ball.
See, he likes the old school stones, and I like the diamonds
You'll find me on the toilet sharpening my knives.
because that's what he grew up with. You know, I grew up with both, and I think diamonds cut steel better than stones.
If I want to put a reed,
So-
like this Puko I got from the 60s, I bought, had a chip in the base, okay? I took a Smith diamond coarse and fine, I put it on the coarse, and I got it to almost level with the blade, okay? And I just wanted to dress up the edge.
Right.
And eventually, as I sharpen that knife, the sharpening will come down to the level of that chip, okay, over a period of time.
Right, it will. It'll
Okay,
sharpen that
but
chip
that's
out.
I'll take a file sometimes to a knife that needs to be
That's it. There's the
reprofiled,
kit.
where I can't get an edge
Boom.
on it. And then you work from, the
Space.
You're
we're in
sharpening
Maryland
tools
right
one
now.
more time to make sure you got it.
Yeah.
We're at the ENSIGN.
I'm just wasting space. Go ahead.
Shelter. We got a lot of people here too. So, kind of big,
Cogwell. We're at Cogwell Shelter.
Boy Scouting and everybody.
Well,
Rhino hikers and all kinds of
This FARNHAWK's one tough knife. Telling you. Woo! I'm going through a knot.
No,
This is
I'm
a
not
real
using
test.
my phone, I'm using his, because I can't hit anything. What's going on?
there you go.
There we go.
And
Good job. Good job.
very good. What'd you get on the paper? Got 96. No kidding.
That's a good grade.
That's an A.
That's an A.
Congratulations.
And an 87 on her final.
Very good.
Excellent.
Yay! Everybody clap.
So that's,
Yay! Leah!
everybody's clapping for it. So that's going to pull you up to a high 80, a high B, or at least. Yeah, that's excellent. That's excellent. No, I don't have my phone out because I don't get reception out of the old phone. So. But anyway,
All right, let's
that's
get
great.
some of
What
these
did you
into
do today?
eighths
Did you go
now.
over anything?
And get stuff like this.
Did you? Okay, cool. How's Gramps doing? Good. Good. Did you? Oh, very cool. All right, we'll be leaving tomorrow. So I'll
Yeah,
be
this stuff, it might not, this is hemlock, it might not split very well.
Yeah, it's just split.
I got up around 6 o'clock this morning. Doug got up around 12.
And then took a nap.
I was up at 9.
How's that now? dude?
Don't lie on me,
I'll
man,
tell you,
don't lie on
97
me.
For that group project, everybody got a 97 on that. Boy, that's really great. That's excellent.
That's got to boost your grade.
That's excellent. So, how's Mom doing? Okay, she want to talk to me or not? In a minute.
Yeah, I'm just splitting them out.
Yeah, you're like me, man. Before I go to bed, I take all my pills.
Wait to go to the,
Well, I
the
usually
aerobics
take
and
most
stuff
of them in the
like
morning,
that.
but I didn't take them
Uh-huh.
Yep.
running. I was running
All right.
behind.
All right, baby. Love you.
I have this medicine that keeps the inflammation down in my back, you know?
Uh-huh.
I need it to sleep.
Hello?
Yeah, I
Sometimes,
did,
anyway.
Hi, how you doing?
My,
Doing pretty good. We're in Maryland right now.
There you go, that looks
my
good.
two real medications.
The S-E-R-E, like my sear systems? Sear strips.
Some are like, the other ones are like, the day pack is 7 or 800 something.
I don't know if I'm using it right, but
No problem. You know, and it has straps that you can wear like a, it doesn't stuff on the strap. This sits right here, and it's good for so they don't get sweaty, whatever. Yep. And then they have, you ever see ribs? Bags called ribs? They come up, they come on like suspenders.
smolders.
And they zip here. There's 2 pockets like this right in front of you. They don't
It smolders.
R-I-B-Z. Doug, do they make ribs anymore?
Yes.
Okay, R-I-B-Z.
There it is. All right, it lights.
I have cotton too.
So this is called sear strips.
I have cotton, though. I have cotton balls. They're not impregnated, but I have cotton balls.
Got cotton balls.
But I've been
All right.
to experiment with that because I want to go light. It's the biggest thing you're going to do in the winter.
Well, we still need to break some of this wood down into smaller
Yep.
kindling. We're going to do this. So we know this lights. S-E-R-E strips.
Here. You want
Sear
cotton balls?
strips.
Here.
You got just regular cotton ball?
Regular cotton balls.
All right, let me see it.
Dip them in Vaseline and they do better.
Yeah.
I know. We know. I don't care to dip my balls in Vaseline.
I do not put my balls in
Only
Vaseline.
unless I'm really walking for long periods of time.
Could you go slower, please? Where's the ass?
Could you kiss my ass, please?
All right. This stuff is neat, man. This sear strips. And this is like a cheapo ferro rod.
I'll tell you a good lint.
There it is.
And apparently,
That works pretty good.
apparently you can, if you just heat it up,
saw it.
you can melt it to your gear to fix a rip. Or
Oh,
something.
really?
Yeah, that's,
Well, that's the problem.
That's pretty neat stuff, sear strips. I like it.
There you go.
And it works. And it works.
Well, ours,
I'll have to look it up.
We have like
This is just regular cotton
you
here.
know who pushes it?
it gets caught in there, and they go clean
Chris.
it out all the time. We had
Chris Tanner?
in that place.
He's done a review on it, yeah.
Right in the middle of the apartment.
All right, this is just regular cotton. That works pretty good too.
Some
So,
of them were cigarette smoke, small and small.
all right, we got to split some of this wood down into really small pieces now.
I
can give you guys a hand if you need it.
Yeah, let's do it. Huh?
I have more cotton if you need it.
All right.
Hang over there.
Balance. I'm trying not to lose.
Yeah, that's good. All right, so let's see what we strike this.
There you go.
All right, put the cotton on there.
I'd put the cut.
We'll put this on. As soon as it catches, I'm going to carry it over.
Got it.
All right?
Get the stuff off the table. TJ, knock the stuff off the table.
They're real easy with it. There you go. All right. So then we need some of this tinder, kindling.
Get on it quick, guys.
Kindling tinder. This stuff might not be thin enough. I'm hoping it is, though.
Is it dry enough?
It may not be. It's been raining.
Kick my own chair.
This is just an impromptu fire. All right, let's see if that will catch first.
Let it get going first.
Yeah, break some of that and put it on there. Whatever you can do, small
Wet,
stuff.
is it?
Yeah, I mean,
This should do fine.
Hey, that should be going.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, we blow on it a little
Well, you
bit.
should start putting it now, or
Right.
get a pad and start doing it.
There you go. Keep doing that.
We got to get a base going. There you go. Leave it alone now. Leave it alone.
Do it again.
You got to get down. Yeah, anybody bring the fight
There you
back?
go.
No.
I got my my pump.
Yeah, that'll work.
The pump. If I can find it. Keep blowing on it. Let's try this.
That might be wet though. It's wet because we're getting out of
There we go. How to start a fire 101.
But what's going to happen is we're going to burn everything up
That's right.
before it's lit. You see that?
There's not enough tender.
Yeah.
Not enough small. See, not enough small stuff.
Here, let it go. Leave it alone.
Leave it alone.
Let it go.
It'll go. It'll go.
Let it go.
There we go.
It'll go. Just every fire lives differently.
If they're too wet, don't put them on there.
I mean, they're cracking.
Okay. Well, the outside's wet.
Let this catch first. I'm putting on real small stuff. Huh?
You guys want me to keep splitting or just let it go?
Good.
You can keep splitting.
All right.
Blow DJ right here. Blow right there.
You gotta purse your lips. Nope, it's out. It ain't gonna do anything. It's too damp. So we're gonna have to start over, that's all. See, that goes to show you, if you don't have small enough wood, you will not get a fire. So I'm going to go out and find some stuff that will work.
I'm doing Yellow Hawk Custom Outdoors.
Okay.
So we do YouTube videos.
Yep.
Yeah, maybe I will watch that. I have no American prepaid card. I only have Wi-Fi every 8 days or so.
Oh.
Contact with family and
Right.
I'm pretty out of all the.
Out of communication.
You're out of touch. Right.
How old are you?
I will be 40 in September, so
That's
39.
great. That's great. That's great. Very good.
Cool.
Yeah, good age.
What pushed you to do the Appalachian Drum? Do you do a lot of hiking in Germany? Or?
Yeah, I love hiking. I did a few hiking trips in the Alps and around my area.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and then I saw a documentary in 2014
Aha.
called Appalachian Trail.
You got the bug.
Oh yeah, and I thought that's what I want to do.
It's one of the oldest trails in the United States.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
It's very, very historic. You go through a lot of historic areas too.
Yeah.
If you go to, well, you're not going to go by Fort Frederick, but Fort Frederick, Hessian troops during the Colonial War here, the Revolutionary War, were kept there as prisoners by the Maryland militia.
Okay.
From Hessia, horse vessel, and all from Westphalia.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's where my mom's family is
Yeah.
from, Westphalia.
Okay.
They were Baldwin,
Uh-huh.
but it changed to Belvin
Uh,
when the Normans went into England.
yeah.
So the original name is Baldwin.
Okay.
Yeah, they had. I was just like German. I'm trying to identify Germans. That's where they were kept there as prisoner of war. And during World War II, there were German prisoners kept there, and they actually stayed and went into the farming in the area. So.
What of history. And where are you going today?
We're going home.
Yeah, we're going home.
Okay.
We're only here for the weekend.
Oh, okay.
So.
We just we're
Excuse
doing
me.
what we call slack packing.
Yeah.
We went to
DJ. DJ. Hey, how much water do you have? How much water do you have?
Just what's in that canteen in this bottle.
In the bottle in your... How much is in your bottle? Because we're going to be going home. I just want to cook some breakfast. Oh, okay. I have a little bit left in my bag. So, let me, see if I can't do it. Is that all your water, Bob? Is what's in that bag? In that?
Yeah, that's all I got.
How much is left?
I don't know, a little more than half.
All right.
I'm just trying to hydrate here while we way back. I mean, we're going to be going somewhere, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about breakfast.
Yeah.
No.
There's this parking area with a print store, I think, down there.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe they've got coffee for you.
Oh, we already had coffee. I had coffee 6 o'clock this morning.
I haven't had any coffee yet.
I'm the early riser.
No, I go totally cold though. I don't have coffee. I always like to
All right, let's start packing up.
Coffee in the morning.
Yeah.
I made cowboy coffee.
Cowboy
Where
coffee.
You get to a rolling boil, and then you take your coffee, and then you let it settle and you stop it and it drops the granules down.
I'm melting.
Cowboy coffee.
Melting.
All right.
All right, auf Wiedersehen.
Traveling north.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen.
All right, there we go. Not too bad. Yeah.
How's your arthritis?
Mine?
Not too bad?
No. No.
I take turmeric every morning, anti-inflammatory,
Oh, yeah.
ginger or turmeric.
Yeah.
It looks pretty good. I'm okay. I have it in my fungus.
Yeah, I do too. And I don't know. I don't know what. I call it old age and let it be done.
I got it in my head. Everywhere.
Where did I put my phone? Lay it in here. Probably. Just.
We're not,
Yeah, you can go out to breakfast with us. I mean, hey.
I'd be ashamed to go out to breakfast with
I don't
me.
feel comfortable with that. We'll have to go through a drive-through. Yeah, I think we're going through a drive-through now.
Yeah, don't blame you.
I want to tell you one of the most embarrassing.
There she is,
moments
the
of my life.
Osprey Aether 70
I was
AG.
working at a hospital and
Very, very comfortable
Never done
pack.
nursing school, right? So she.
I've been buying Ospreys for a long time.
I wanted to ask her out, okay? So I asked her out, and we went down to the park one day. We had lunch and went down to the park. I'm just pushing her to swing, and she says to me, "I have something to tell you." I said, "Oh, what's that?" She said, "I hope this doesn't hurt our relationship." I said, "Well, I've heard worse." You know. She says, "I'm pregnant." I said, "Oh, great, right?" So I dated her. Her husband left her. Okay, she put him through nursing school. Okay.
Yeah.
And then he decided, I'm gone, you know.
Yeah, I know.
So anyway, long story short, she's got this big belly. I'm sitting in a Chinese restaurant. This guy who I haven't seen in like 25 years shows up and goes, "Hey, Bob, how's so?" He's got a Polish, I can't remember his last name, Polish last name. He says,
Something ski, right?
yeah, it was a ski, yeah. he says to me, "Is that your wife?" And big belly, you know. I mean, she was pushing, man. I said, "No." That was probably one of the most embarrassing times of my life, you know. He turned red, 10 shades of red. He said, "Oh, okay," you know, and sort of bowed out. It was hilarious. But that girl, you know what she did? She married a radiologist at the hospital, and she eventually got a hold of me.
Ah!
Her
Bad-
and Darlene, my very first
Bad
girlfriend,
boy.
on Facebook. The
Right.
two of them were saying, "Are you the Bob Bushcraft that used to yada yada yada?"
You told me about
That's
this.
it. I said, "Yeah, that's who I am." And I talked to both of them on the phone. And the one, Sharon, she was looking to hook up.
Uh-huh.
And I said,
Should have gave her my number.
I said, "Yeah, right. No, you wouldn't want her number." No, she didn't turn out too good.
She's not pretty enough, huh?
She had a couple daughters and whatever. No, she didn't turn out too good. But Darlene still looks good. But she's probably
Right.
married down in Florida.
Follower of Doug's channel. If
Yeah.
you're gonna hear
Well, I
you
told
bad
Darlene, I said, "You know, I really liked you." She's like my really first.
I'll cut that
she
part
says-
out,
she says,
maybe.
"I liked you too, but it wasn't the time. It wasn't the right time." You know?
Right.
Yep.
So.
Bob was crying too. "I really liked you, man. And what did you do? You know, I've been walking around for 20 years
Yeah, right.
pining over
Right,
you."
yeah, right.
The guy I used to date.
There we
Hey.
go. More true hikers.
No, they were the girls that were down here this morning while you were sleeping.
Oh, really?
Yeah, one's a
Yeah,
doctor.
they're headed.
One's a
They're
doctor,
headed
Army
down to
doctor.
the road
Yeah,
too.
one's on.
Yellowhawk Customs Outdoors. Combat and wilderness grade custom knife and sheath systems. We've got the badass gear for the badass outdoorsman. Yellowhawk.